When a business leader wants a higher level of innovation and creativity from her organization, it takes cultural alignment. When executives and leaders want a higher level of accountability and performance from the people in the organization, it takes cultural alignment. When the CEO wants a higher level of partnership and collaboration and contribution from his people, you guessed it, it takes cultural alignment. Patrick Lencioni, the author of The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, shares the secrets to leadership and team performance. And the foundation of any of it and all of it is trust. Culture and trust go hand in hand. The people who work for an organization must trust the leader, the organization as a whole, and each other. They need to be empowered to stretch and fail forward. And they need to feel secure enough to engage in constructive conflict. All of that is required to gain their commitment, raise their level of awareness and buy-in around accountability, and ultimately work together to achieve a higher level of results. All of that requires the culture to be constructive. To build a constructive culture, your first step is making the declaration that it's time to move out of complacency and into a higher level of operating effectiveness. Moving out of complacency takes a declaration that it's time to move forward, time to raise the bar, and time to come together as one unit, working in service of something bigger than your individual and departmental goals. Next, it takes curiosity and courage to start to ask the tough questions, such as what's not working or not working as well as it could. This is where you begin to assess the barriers and the organizational constraints to the business and the gaps in leadership and the behavioral norms that are killers of culture. Once you learn what's in the way, then it's time to make the commitment to do something about it. A commitment to create a roadmap and improve and elevate how things are done around here and how people are treated, as well as a commitment to stick with it, even when the going gets tough, even when you're confronted. At times, you'll have to even dismantle your own disempowering behavioral norms. It's required to create cultural transformation. This means beginning to dig in. It's when the leaders courageously start to do the heavy lifting to create the kind of culture that inspires inclusion and collaboration. In this stage, the leaders of the organization raise the bar on how they lead and how they interact with each other and the people at every level in the organization. They begin to take responsibility for both their positive and their negative impact on the people in the organization and on the spaces they operate in. At the catalyzation stage, it's time to bring a higher level of awareness and personal responsibility to everyone in the organization, and to align each and every process and system to be congruent with the mission, the vision, and the values, as well as the culture that you're committed to creating. Once you've completed aligning the people and the systems to reflect your ideal culture, it's time to commit to continuous improvement. When we started working with a technology company with a big vision to make the world a safer place, the culture was poor at best. Managers were abdicators. Personal responsibility for performance was completely missing. The CEO's vision fell on deaf ears, and the product development life cycle continued to elongate. Neither the customer nor the employee was a top priority in the organization. Through Keen Alignment's Level Set program, during the commitment stage, the leadership team completely shifted how they interacted with each other and how they worked together to solve problems. They raised their ability to address constructive conflict, elevated their sense of urgency, and improved how they collaborated and held each other accountable. This could be your company. Bottom line is culture drives performance. If that's a priority to you, let's set up a time to talk.